there, how you doing? So today I want to share with you January Instagram challenges. I had for the past couple of years done like a monthly challenge roundup, and I haven't done it for quite some time. I definitely want to get back into it for this year. So let's just get started with January. I know I'm a couple of weeks into the month, but better late than never, right? I think you still have time to join in some of these challenges if any of them sound interesting to you. The one thing I want to mention is that you can always combine challenges. So if you've made something that fits within multiple challenges, then use all the hashtags, tag all the people, join in all of them. I think in this monthly roundup, I only found one challenge that has prizes. The rest of them are just sense of accomplishment, sense of community, that type of thing. So let's just jump in. So I'm going to read from my notes. All right, so there are several challenges that are ongoing, some that are the same challenge and they just go throughout the year, some that have a monthly theme, so there's something new every month. And so that's mostly what we have here in January. So the first one is Make a Garment a Month, which the hashtag is MAGAM Sew Along. Make a Garment a Month Sew Along. This one's been super popular on Instagram. I love to follow this hashtag because I get all kinds of inspiration. And that's another thing I would encourage you to do. Follow along the hashtags, even if you're not necessarily interested in joining in the challenge, because you can get all kinds of really awesome inspiration for making things for yourself. You can find new people on Instagram to follow. So it's just really so many different positive aspects for following along a challenge. All right, so Make a Garment a Month. They have a new theme every month, and they have 2 regular hosts, and then every month they have a guest host. This month, there is a stand-in, I guess, for one of the regular hosts. So I'll give you all of the names. You need to tag all 3 of the hosts and use the hashtag MAGAM Sew Along or MAGAM, and this month's theme is Jungle January. So the 3 hosts are for Patch Tiles. That person is the guest host for the month. At Sue Stoney is one of the regular monthly hosts, and at H Portmanteau is the fill-in temporary host for the other permanent host. So tag all 3 of them, use the 2 hashtags, Make Garment a Month Sew Along, MAGAM Sew Along, MAGAM Jungle January, and I'll put all that down below. So the thing about the Make a Garment a Month challenge is they are super liberal with the rules. So they put out a theme every month and they leave it up to the entrant to interpret the theme of the challenge. So this month is Jungle January. So some ideas that they've thrown out there are make something that you would wear if you were going on a jungle safari. Make something in an animal print. And this is where they get into the creative idea. So they said deep into the jungle of your fabric stash and make something using something from your fabric. Emerge from the jungle of the holiday and make a palette cleanser. So use one of your like TNT patterns. So that's how generous they are with the theme. And the reason that they're so generous is because there is no prize. Like I said, it's a monthly challenge and it's just more for a sense of community. You've got a lot of people that are very regular participants and it's just a lot of fun to follow along. This challenge is garments only. The next challenge is one that I have seen for the last couple of years. So it's not an ongoing challenge in the sense that it lasts throughout the year, but it is ongoing in that it repeats every year in January. And it is hashtag So Japanese in January. And it is hosted by Blogless Anna. And her challenge here is just for you to look at using either fabrics from Japan or Japanese inspired fabrics or Japanese designed patterns or a combination of both. This one sounds like a lot of fun. I have never participated in this, but I do see some absolutely stunning Japanese print fabrics that I would love to use at some point. So maybe in the future I'll join this one. The next challenge isn't really an Instagram challenge. It's from Nancy's Notions. And I will link all of the Instagram channels for all of these challenges in the description box below. So you can just click right on over to their Instagram page. So the idea behind Nancy's Notions challenge is they're giving it to you 3 different ways. The idea is to work on your work in progress products, items, things that are hanging in your closet that aren't quite finished. Maybe they're not even hanging yet because they're not that far along. So they've given you 3 different prompts for trying to address your works in progress. The first one is for every new sewing project that you start this year, you work on one of your works in progress. So you do one new one old one, and get that finished up. Then do one new one, then one old one. And do that throughout the year, and before you know it, you'll have all your whips whipped. The second option that they've given you is for every new project that you start, take one of your whips that you're not interested in finishing, it's just you've lost interest or it doesn't suit you anymore, you've changed your mind, whatever the reason, and either donate it along with all of the things that are needed to finish it, or give it to a sewing buddy, or if it's just really that bad, then just throw it away. So they're challenging you to clean up your whips, whether it's finishing them, as in the first option, or passing them along so that they'll get finished by somebody else. I thought that one was interesting. The third one is the hardest, and I'll be surprised if anybody does this, but if you do, kudos to you. And the third option is don't touch any new projects this year until you've finished every whip. Who can do that? Now, personally, I don't have whips. I'm a monogamous sewer, so I start a project and I cut it, sew it, finish it all together in one fell swoop before I go on to the next one. With that said, I have some finished garments in my closet that I'm not wearing because either the fit's not quite right or there's just something about it that I'm no longer in love with. So technically they're not whips, but honestly, they kind of are. So I can probably follow along with this. I might actually choose option 1, where I work on one project and then I work on one of my whips. And that way I'll get that stuff cleaned up quicker than if I just left it to my own decision to get to it when I felt like it. This next one is along the lines of a theme that comes up every January, and it's called #SewWhatIHave 2024. And it's encouraging you to use up fabric from your stash, to use patterns that you already own, a combination thereof. It's hosted by A Time to Sew and Poplin Peony, Joyce and Kate. There's no prizes. It's just a community kind of support challenge, and you use the hashtag #SewWhatIHave 2024. This next challenge is also ongoing. It runs between the winter solstice of 2023 and the spring equinox of 2024. It's called Winter of Care and Repair 2023. It is hosted by the People's Mending. And the idea behind it is to have a pledge to yourself, kind of similar to Me Made May. And here's the pledge. My plan for Winter of Care Repair 2023 is to mend, tend, repair, care for, or otherwise maintain blank between the winter solstice and the spring equinox. So the blank is what you fill in. So if you want to get a list of ideas of what might work for you, or maybe you need some inspiration on how to really kind of pull this together, go and check out the People's Mending Instagram page. They've got it kind of really laid out. So I thought that one was another fun one. This next challenge is also along the lines of using what you have, and it is hashtag SMT January 2024 Stash Busting Fast. It's hosted by Althea at So Much Talent. And there are weekly challenges on this one. And she posts a lot of it on her Facebook and her YouTube channels, which I will link down below. Because I'm kind of mid-month, I I haven't really followed along with this one, but if you're interested in having something new and fresh every week, then this could be a fun challenge for you. The next challenge is another one that is ongoing. It's been going for a few years now, and it is monthly, and it's called My Makes for the Month. Basically, all you do for this one is you do a one-page collage of all of your makes that you made in the month, and you've got to post it by the last day of the calendar month. So for January, it just needs to be posted by the end of day, January 31st. And this one does have prizes. So this is the one that I mentioned that has prizes. And what I love about this one is you've got a one-page snapshot of what you made for the month. So as you're scrolling through your Instagram at the end of the year, if you want to do like a full year recap, then you've got a quick, a quick slide of all of the things that you've made for the year. So I think this one's a fun one. I oftentimes forget to post by the end of the month, but maybe I'll set a reminder for myself so that I remember. This next one is also one that I believe has been going on for a while. It is an ongoing challenge with a new theme every month. It's called Get Set Sew, hashtag Get Set Sew, and it's hosted by Start to Stitch. And there are monthly challenges. There's a theme each month, and she actually has a bingo card that you can print out and check off. The bingo card is really just a tracker that says, yes, I participated in January, I participated in February. And if at the end of the year you've participated in all 12, then you can submit your bingo card to be eligible for a prize drawing. So that adds a little bit of fun for it. So this one does have a prize, but it's not till the end of the year. January's theme is hashtag Sew Tidy. And the idea behind it, obviously, is just to tidy up your sewing room or your sewing space, or wherever you have your sewing gear, and just getting it organized and cleaned up so that you've got a fresh palette, so that when you're ready to get started sewing, you don't have obstacles in your way. That's all the challenges for the month of January. I will be back at the beginning of February, and I'll try and do these at the beginning of the month so you've got the full month to participate going forward. Let me know, are you planning on joining in any of these challenges? Let us know in the comment box below. And if there are any challenges that you know about that I didn't mention, let me know that too. Bye.